Hello there, welcome to my show. COVID-19 update by Heerak for December 11th, 2020. Uh, Today is International Mountain Day. When's the last time you've been to a mountain? You know, yeah, I heard that West Virginia has really nice mountains. I don't know if you'll be able to make it out there before Christmas, but yeah, today is the International Mountain Day. Um, Washington D.C. area is kind of flat. You don't see mountains anywhere. But yeah, mountains can be very beautiful. Um, yeah, we had a little break from um, Bachelor in Poland show, but I thought I would kind of continue it today. Um, there's Dominica Suslo. You see, I'm next to there. She's a musician, and we talked about me writing a poem or lyrics for her and for her to sing it. I don't know if will ever happen, but she's Polish. I met her in Warsaw when I went to give my academic paper on Jewish studies at the annual conference of European Association for Biblical Studies in 2020 or 2019, 1 year ago. And that's where I had the Bachelor in Poland show. And behind me you see four ladies from Belgium. They're officers in the U.S. Not U.S. military, but Belgian military. So Belgian Air Force, Belgian Navy, Belgian Army, and they're officers. And so I met them in Warsaw. It was nice, we had fun. So yeah, so you know, uh, one of the great things about going to foreign countries is you get to enjoy the music of that nation, and Dominica, she's a musician. She's a student at University of Warsaw. I think she's a third year student, undergraduate. Um, and there are a lot of students who actually kind of perform during summer just to practice and get used to the audience. And you see them also, and that's actually from the dance. And in the summer, you have these festivals where people perform. So you see the violinist, female violinist, that's in the dance. And next to this video, you see a music festival in the summer where you have a lot of free concerts, and it's always fun. And next to the violinist, you see a performer there in Warsaw. Um, yeah, yeah, it's fun to be in Europe in the summer. Unfortunately, because of COVID-19, probably none of you got to go to Europe this summer. Next summer may be the same, unfortunately. So, COVID-19 can be forever. So let's see where we are next June. Obviously, you have to survive it by June. Because if you don't survive, um, there won't be any summer next year. A lot of people are dying right now in America. So in 24 hours, um, a little bit less than 24 hours, the numbers are still flowing in. 2,390 people have died. So probably by midnight, you have like 3,000. Um, and so the total number of deaths in America is at 294,320. And confirmed cases are 6,781,799. Um, it doesn't seem like things are going to get better in America. Unfortunately, I'm predicting that there will be 10,000 deaths per day before Christmas. Christmas is about 14 days away right now. Um, yeah, so it's gonna be a happy time, but it's also gonna be a sad time because a lot of Americans are dying right now, and more will die. If the United States governors and mayors listen to Heerak, that's who I am, kind of just for U.S. Congress of Virginia's 8th District, and went 100% online with all the public schools, we would not have so many cases right now. But because they opened schools, COVID-19 is spreading through the kids who go to school. That's why there's so many cases, especially in areas where schools open. Um, it's tragic. You should have listened to me and closed down all the schools and have done 100% online. We would not be in this mess. Same with colleges. I suggested and advised closing down all the colleges and doing it 100% online. But some did, but many did not. And so COVID-19 is spreading to the colleges, every corner of America. And so a tragedy is unfolding, but it's partly because we made it that way, right? If we shut all the schools down, if we shut all the colleges down, we would not have so many cases. Uh, our priority should have been flatten the curve, but somehow the phrase flatten the curve was thrown out the window sometime in like June. Nobody really talks about it anymore. You cannot open schools when you have like 1,000 dying per day in the country. It just doesn't make sense. That's why I disagree with Dr. Fauci, who encouraged opening schools. I think it's absolutely wrong. And I think proof is in the pudding. Right now, you see so many Americans dying, and that number is going to increase. Into ICU beds are running out, hospitals are running out. Once ICU beds run out and hospitals run out, 100% of people can die from COVID-19. Those who need to be in hospital, those who need ICU beds. So tragedy is unfolding, but part of it is of our own making. You should have listened to Heerak Christian Camp and close down public schools, close down all the colleges. We will not be in the mess that we are in now. So it's tragic. Um, yeah, but it's too early to be pausing to reflect because right now we are in December. We have December, January, February, March, April, May, June to go, like 7 months to go. And death is going to keep increasing until like May. Do you remember how it was in April in New York? That's going to be how it's going to be every month in the winter in New York. Probably far worse this time around. And every other state in America. So yeah, we still celebrate Christmas because Christmas is a happy time. But it's going to be filled with tragedy. That's something you cannot avoid. COVID-19 here, and it's going to take a lot of lives. Your child may die of COVID. Your parents may die of COVID. So celebrate Christmas at home every day because you don't know when they're going to die. You don't know when they're just going to be hospitalized. You cannot wait until Christmas to celebrate. Really, just gotta celebrate every day. Make every day a precious celebration of Christmas of your family. Um, yeah, we are in this, and you're in it together as a family. But every family has to look out for their own, right? A lot of families who have people who die because they didn't look after their own that well. In some cases, in many cases, you gotta watch out for your own. Every one of you are the most vulnerable in this COVID-19 America. It's a sad time in American history, and it's not going to be ending anytime soon. That's the greater tragedy. You see, we only have about 6,700,000 people infected with COVID. Our nation has 330 million people. So, we could easily reach 100 million infections in the next few years. So don't think COVID-19 is going to go away. It's not going to go away. It's a 365 days a year. Next flu season, you're going to be doing the same thing as this flu season. And year 2020 flu season, same thing. Remember, we only have 6 million people infected so far. The nation is 330 million. So we have a long way to go. There's no way you're going to reach herd immunity until you have like over 200 million people infected. Look at the rate. it's slow enough that you're not going to develop herd immunity anytime soon for the next 10 years, probably. Um, yeah, so it's tragic right now. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at COVID-19 for the next 10 years, maybe or more. Yeah. But anyway, you gotta make the best of what you have, right? The situation. Um, so you're gonna celebrate Christmas every day with your family and friends, or family. You should probably stay away from your friends to avoid COVID-19 death. But you know, yeah. So it's what it is. COVID-19 America, right? Um, let's look at like top five COVID-19 cases in Latin America. And in Brazil, you have 6,781,799 cases. And the death rate is 3%. And 179,765 people have died. And number two nation for COVID-19 is Argentina, which wasn't in top five at all for many months. But suddenly it entered top five, and now it's number two. 1,482,216 cases. 40,431 people died, 3%. So basically, death spiked up there. Colombia has 1,408,909 cases, a 3% death rate. It has 38,669 deaths. Mexico has 9% death rate. It has 1,270,126 cases, but 112,326 deaths. Um, Peru has 111 cases, number five. Um, and it has 36,499 deaths, 4% death rate. So Latin America is still the continent of COVID-19 deaths, unfortunately. Uh, you know, um, yeah. So it's a little sad that so many are dying in Latin America. Today's theme is going to be on New York because, as Heerak Kim predicted, New York is again becoming an epicenter of COVID. As you know, I'm Heerak Kim, and I'm predicting that New York will be number one for COVID-19 deaths by June 2021. In U.S., deja vu repeat of last year, or not last year, it was this year, April 2020. So that's what I'm predicting. So today's title is New York begins shutdown. And the article is indoor dining to be suspended in New York City. Governor Cuomo cites increasing COVID-19 hospitalizations. So this is written by staff for CBS New York today, December 11th. And the article significant excerpt is indoor dining will be suspended in New York City starting Monday, December 14th. So that's next Monday, a couple of days from now. In an effort to curb the spread of COVID-19, Governor Andrew Cuomo announced Friday, so that's today, the 11th. The pause is a result of increasing numbers of coronavirus hospitalization transmission in the city and CDC warning, the governor said. The increasing rate of transmission is a problem. More of a problem in dense areas, said Cuomo. In New York City, you put the CDC caution on indoor dining altogether, dining together with the rate of transmission and the density and the crowding, that's a bad situation. Um, yeah, New York is very dense. A lot of people live in a small space. So COVID-19 can spread really easily. That's why, so many people died in April and more are going to die this year. It's going to be tragic in New York. I'm predicting like 1 million deaths in New York by June 2021. So we're looking at a tragedy unfolding right now. Article number two, 8 New York City hospital ICU near full with coronavirus patients data. Look at that. 8 New York City hospitals are basically full. ICUs are full. A number of New York City hospitals are near capacity in their intensive care units as coronavirus cases rise across the city and state, new data shows. So spiking exponentially, death is going up exponentially, hospitalization is going up exponentially. It's a bad situation in New York right now. Um, a total of 8 hospitals across the 5 boroughs have reached more than 90% fullness in their ICU. So they're basically going to be full next week. According to the data, which was recently released by the United States Department of Health and Human Services and compiled by Gadamis. The hospitals include 3 in Brooklyn, 2 in Manhattan, 2 in Queens, and 1 in Staten Island. So they're spread out, which is a worry because this means all of these areas are seeing COVID-19 spike in cases, hospitalization, and death. Um, the data came as coronavirus hospitalizations increased across New York City. As of Friday, an average of 904 people have been admitted into the hospital every week, each week, over the last month. Yeah, I mean, it's bad. It's really bad. The third article is Governor Cuomo says new rules to trigger COVID-19 color zones. So each state has its own creative way of dealing with the coronavirus and shutting down. I think it was wise for President Trump to leave everything up to the states. That way, states could deal with their own issues, right? They're on the ground, they're closer to the situation. It's better for them to handle it than at the federal level. So I give credit to President Trump for letting the states handle it. I think that's a good decision. Um, President Trump has a lot of good leadership skills that are shown in evidence, like this one. So let's see the article excerpt. A red zone with New York pause will go into effect if the region is 21 days from 90 hospital capacity. So pause is like lockdown. They're using the term pause to refer to lockdown or stay at home order. Um, an orange zone will be determined if a region is over 4% positivity over the past 10 days, or 85% hospital capacity, or Department of Health determines an unacceptably high rate of growth in hospital admissions. So red is the worst, orange is next, and then yellow zone is the third. A yellow zone is when there is 3% positive rate over the past 10 days, and a cluster is topping 10% for hospital admissions per capita over the past week, and growth in daily admission. Soon, all of New York will be like flooded, and everywhere it will be red zone. The whole city of New York with 10 million people will be red zone. That's going to happen in a matter of weeks, maybe less than that. Um, Maybe it could happen before Christmas. Things are bad, and with New York being so densely populated, things can happen really fast. So remember, we have long time to go until April. Remember, April, 30,000 people died in New York. That's going to happen in the winter in every month, probably far more than 30,000. So that's coming to New York. Um, so it's only December. Look at this: December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So, I mean, you can easily see like the statewide, you can easily have 1 million COVID-19 deaths in New York by June 2021, unfortunately, but it's likely. Um, I'll keep you updated about what's going on, but things are getting exponentially worse quickly. Like, yesterday's show talking about how bad things are going, right? And Virginia issued a modified stay-at-home order, but look, I mean, state after state, it's just degenerating. How are you going to keep up with all 50 states? Think about it. It's happening in every state. I'm predicting that at least 60,000 will die in every state. adding up to minimum 3 million deaths by June 2021 in the United States of America. 50 states times 60, right? 3 million. But some states will have like million deaths each, like New York, California. So they'll bump the numbers up. So overall, I'm predicting there'll be around 30 million deaths by June 2021 in the United States. It's unfortunate, but this is a global pandemic. You should have shut down all your public schools and all your colleges and flatten the curve before opening anything. But unfortunately, we did not flatten the curve. Um, the situation is bad. The person-to-person infection, the more people have it, more it's going to spread. And that's the tragedy of this thing. Um, yeah, so we're looking at winter of hell. Remember in the summer, I said go to the beach, have fun, because in the winter, 6 months of like hell, COVID-19 hell will be here, and it's already here. So yeah, so I was right to predict that. Um, I'm Leonardo da Vinci of 21st century, so the kind of guidance and advice I provide uh, will help you survive COVID. But unfortunately, New York Governor Cuomo did not listen to me and closed all the public schools in New York. So now New York is having this resurgence. It had over 50 deaths in the last 24 hours. Death rate is rising again. Soon it'll be over 100. It'll be hundreds. It may even hit over 1,000 like per day in New York at some point. We have long time ago. This one is December, January, February, March, April, May, June. But I'll keep you informed. So check in tomorrow, okay? Um, I'm gonna provide you with information you need to survive COVID. I don't believe in the liberal media that says everything's going to be okay. Everything's not going to be okay. A lot of people are going to die. Um, a lot of nurses are going to die with patients with COVID. As you know, I graduated from master's in clinical nurse leader program at Georgetown. And I was inducted into Sigma Theta Tau National Honor Society Nursing International. 100 countries participate in it yesterday. So you can see my video of the induction ceremony for yesterday. So I'm now a Sigma nurse, an elite Sigma nurse. Uh, yeah. So so it's like having a magnet status as a hospital. Magnet status is like hospital being the best hospital. And Virginia Hospital Center, where I work as an RN nurse, registered nurse, is a magnet hospital, meaning it's the hospital with the best nursing care, highest level of nursing care. That's magnet hospitals. So Sigma nurses are nurses with highest nursing, nursing expertise, or nursing care or nursing knowledge. So I'm very proud of the fact that I was selected and inducted into Sigma, Theta Tau Sigma nurses. Sigma nurse now, so I'm very proud of that. There's some, who are Sigma nurses among the 25 of us who graduated, but not everybody. My best buddy, Yingfu McMillan, is a Sigma nurse who's inducted. Excuse me. I'm so yeah. So it's yeah, it's a new day. It's the second day that I'm a Sigma nurse. Yeah, so I'm really excited. But out of the 25 of us who graduated on August 24, 2020 from Georgetown University with Master of Clinical Nurse Leader, I'm predicting 20% of us will die. 5 will die from COVID-19. There are nurses who are working in intensive care units and nurses who have, conditions, um, pre-existing conditions. So I just want to do a cheer because, in any kind of conflict with pandemic, you're gonna be losing nurses' lives. It's kind of like in any war, you're gonna have Marines die. That's just expected. With a global pandemic, you expect nurses to die. It's sad, but it's true. Um, Yeah, so CNL 2020 Georgetown, yay! We graduate from Georgetown University. Some of us may die from COVID-19 the next few weeks, next few months, but at least we know that we graduate from Georgetown University with masters in curriculum theater. Yay! So you gotta celebrate the wins, right? Just because COVID-19 is killing people and it's shutting everything down, doesn't mean you should celebrate your wins. So yeah, so I mean, be joyful and be happy. You know, yeah. Some of the states will be like North Pole with a lot of snow. Penguin could probably live in it. And other states will be like there's no snow. Uh, and nutcracker soldiers can just walk around without any snow gear. Yeah, so Merry Christmas, everyone. Enjoy your Christmas. Put more decorations in your home and outside of your home. And have fun. It's Christmas time. See you tomorrow. Bye.